Back here on HQ Spotlight.
Welcome back.
Will Brinson, fashionably a couple of seconds late. We're going to start this is perfect way to start the season.
It literally couldn't have been better.
A season-long head-to-head between Will Brinson and Katie Mox. They're going to be picking games against the spread each and every week from the NFL right here on Spotlight every Thursday afternoon. Since the season hasn't started yet, we're going to do some futures beginning in the AFC. The last time we saw Will, he was being punished for having a horrible season picking games. Now, listen, Katie, this is the first time you've been a part of this here. There are consequences if you have a bad season. And for Will, it was getting slimed in Vegas at the Super Bowl. Will, have you recovered from that yet?
You know, it's funny you say that, Hassel. Oh, I just got bigger tonight. That was cool.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Look, my dad's a lawyer. Hadn't retired yet, has done some personal injury work, has done some workers' compensation work. I just wanted here on record, on CBS Sports Network, that the statute of limitations for any injuries I suffered as a result, documented through months of physical therapy and the pain and suffering of my life, that hadn't expired. So be on the lookout for that, Noah and whoever else is on set.
I told Noah he's still on the hook for all those medical bills, and he said no, the statute of limitations
all I heard is win your bets next time, Brinson, and you wouldn't be in that
at least
position.
finish 500, right? If you would have done that. Do we not have the slime video, Noah? Where are you, brother? I haven't heard from Noah the whole. There we go.
Here we go.
So it's Breach pouring the
oh my God,
pouring the slime on Brinson, and then Brinson, for some reason,
took it like a champ.
You have no idea how slippery this stuff is.
Well, you start trying to move around in socks.
I tried to get Breach's head. I tried to slime Breach here. I turned around to get him. He knew I was going to do it. He moves, and then whoop.
It shook the entire platform. Didn't hit his head.
Oh, thank God.
Brinson,
my God.
What did you hurt? What have you been going to physical therapy for?
I had and I've been careful. I feel like you were at ESPN when this happened, Hassel. That's how old you are. But I had a slipped disc.
Oh, yes.
In my back.
Not a bulging disc, but a slipped disc.
Not a bulging disc, but a slipped disc. I actually feel like I've lost some weight since then, which is kind of nice. But I couldn't walk basically for a month plus. I really couldn't walk well until March. And I will say too, people were saying how woozy I looked at the U2 concert later that night. It was probably the concussion that caused that.
And the internal bleeding. So Katie, you know that these picks are important because something bad will happen if you don't give us some winners. So let's start it off. We're picking a division winner in every division in the AFC, and you're also going to give us your favorite totals play. So let's start in the AFC West, where the Chiefs have won it every year since the bulging disc incident, I think.
Since the bulging, so for quite a long time. Look, I hate myself for saying this, but you got to go chalk on this one. You have to go with the Chiefs here. There's no one else in the division, I think, that's actually going to win this, but it is really chalky, so you might as well take him to win the Super Bowl. It's never been done before. Yeah, see, 270. I'm not going to lay this 270, but when you look at the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Broncos, none of them stand a chance to beat the Chiefs here. But again, take them all the way. Let's take them to win the Super Bowl at plus 600. No team has ever done a three-peat. But as much as I'm chalky here, you don't want to be on the wrong side of history. You don't want to say you were betting against the team that possibly gets a three-peat. And look, they hurt my feelings last year, Chris. They hurt my feelings the year before with the Eagles there. So I'm not betting against them.
What's your favorite win total play in this division?
It's got to be the Broncos under 5.5 wins. You can play. I know it. And look, this Broncos team, I think their last winning season was in 2016. They failed to go over their win total in 4 straight seasons. It is the longest active streak in the NFL. And even though they've got a decent defense, the offense is absolutely lackluster. When you look at that schedule, it's kind of tough, right? They got to see the Chiefs twice. They also got to see every team in the AFC North and some other playoff teams in there. So I don't see 6 wins for them, Will.
So, one, I've got to pull back the curtain a little bit. We're putting a half a unit on each of those, on each of these division winners that'll be paid off, hopefully not in slime at the end of the season.
You never know.
I initially said I want to go Chiefs because I don't think anyone else can win. Noah replies is Katie's going Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I was like, wow, that's a much better bet. So smart play there. I do think the Chiefs have a very legitimate shot at the three-peat, but we're both just going to take the half unit, quarter unit win here on the Chiefs winning the division. They're going to win the division, barring something really unspeakable happening to someone in particular on that roster. I'm actually on the other side of Katie here, though. I have the Broncos over 5.5. I am a Sean Payton truther, and Bo Nix. I'm a middle-aged man, and so is Bo Nix. But that doesn't mean that he can't win with Sean Payton. And I think what we've seen in the preseason validates to a degree Sean Payton's selection of him 12th overall. Now, I don't know that he's going to go on to have a Hall of Fame career like Drew Brees, but you do see him being on the same page as Sean Payton, understanding the offense, understanding what to do, and do not sleep on what it would mean for jamming some spite in Russell Wilson's face if Bo Nix is good this year with Sean Payton. Sean Payton lives for spite, and I think that this Broncos team that won 8 games with Russ last year can absolutely win 6 or more, even with that schedule. And also don't sleep on at Saints, little Sean Payton homecoming revenge game.
Brinson keeps bringing up units. We are going to do it a little differently this year. Last year it was record.
Okay.
This year it is units. So Brinson doesn't have to worry about 500. Just finish on top of the units. Let's move to the best division in football. It's the AFC North. You could pick 3 different teams to win this division. Who do you like, and what's your favorite win total? I
like the Bengals to win this one at plus 165. And when I look at the rest of the division here, you got the Browns, which, yes, Deshaun Watson is healthy, but there's no saying he's going to last the entire season. Or
he's already having shoulder issues right now.
Exactly. So who knows what they're going to look like. You look at the Steelers, and they got 2 quarterbacks, but I'm not so sure about them. And then you look at the Ravens, and they look really good. But Lamar's inability to win big games has to be brought up on these kind of shows. So I like the Bengals. They have a really tough schedule, but this is a team who has proven to beat really tough teams. Joe Burrow is one of the only quarterbacks who's been able to beat Patrick Mahomes multiple times. So he's healthy. Give me the Bengals.
I'm on the Bengals as well. I think the Bengals at plus 165. I think you could go with the Ravens at plus 145. You really can't take the Browns or the Steelers, in my opinion. Katie mentioned it Chris mentioned it with the injury with Deshaun. General arm soreness in late August. I mean, put the red flag at the full mast. I mean, that is terrifying. The worst trade and the worst contract in the history of football are looking like it might get worse. I think Cleveland ran hot last year, and Pittsburgh's offensive line plus the quarterback situation. This is really a 2-team race. There's probably some math you could do where you bet the Bengals, bet the Ravens. But I think Joe Burrow, if you take the healthy games he had last year and prorated out to 17 games, it was something like 5,100 passing yards and 45 touchdowns. I think Joe Burrow, definitely a mid-tier sneaky MVP candidate.
So you guys both agree on division winners in our first 2 divisions, Chiefs and Bengals. What's your favorite win total in that division, Katie?
So this one's interesting, and I don't feel that comfortable doing it, but I am going to fade the Ravens here, take them under 10.5 wins. Now, earlier in the offseason, this was at 11.5. I like that better. It has been bet down. But you got to look at what Todd Monken was able to do with this offense in his first year. It is realistic to think that there will be a little bit of regression, especially as they're losing some key pieces on both sides of the ball. And coaching, defensive coordinator Mike McDonald, likely more of a bigger situation than anyone really anticipates, especially within the division. You look at this right here. They've got a first place schedule. They've got a lot of primetime games. I just think there's a lot of pressure on them. I think they're going to be good. I see them as a 10-win team. But if you're going to give me plus money to take the under, I'll go ahead and take it.
Brinson?
I'm taking the Steelers under here. I got crushed when the Brinson model projected Steelers 6-11 on the season, but they got 2 revenge games out of the gate. Arthur Smith and then Russell Wilson at Falcons at Broncos. That's a tough start. Jim Harbaugh, the Chargers at Colts. Like, if this team doesn't come out hot in the Cowboys, I mean, this is. I know Mike Tomlin always finishes above 500. Just it's a gift. It's guaranteed. I don't think so. This team with a bad offensive line and bad quarterback play could just be bad.
You have Russell Wilson starting the season, obviously, because you said revenge game against Denver week 2. Is Justin Fields going to take over at some point, in your opinion?
I think Justin Fields will get some starts for sure. But by the way, if Justin Fields starts in week 2, that's a bigger revenge game for Sean Payton against Russell Wilson because he's on the bench.
Let's go to the AFC East, which also has a bunch of really good teams. 3 teams there at the top that could win it. You guys have agreed so far on the first 2 divisions. Katie, who do you like in the AFC East?
I'm taking the Bills plus 1. I feel like Pete Prisco and I are in simpatico, on this. He seems to be all in on Josh Allen. I'm still all in on Josh Allen as well. And look, they lost a lot of pieces. There is reason to worry. But when you look at the rest of the division, the Dolphins, they always start hot and then they fall off at the end. We don't even need to discuss the Patriots. And the Jets, I'm not sold on the aging quarterback and the shaky O-line coming off an Achilles tear. So I'm going to go with the team that's won it over the last 4 years.
And how about your favorite win total?
My favorite win total, this one's a little crazy. I'm taking the Pats over 4.5 wins. Why? Because it's really hard not to win at least 5 games in a 17-game schedule. Yes, they did it last year, but I'm not expecting a repeat. You look at the schedule here. Most of these games are Sunday at 1 p.m. They don't really have a lot. They've got a TNF game, not a lot of primetime games. I think it's going to switch a little bit in their favor.
All right, Willie, AFC East.
2022, the Chiefs trade Tyreek Hill and close as a plus 160 favorite to win the AFC West. 2024, the Bills trade Stephon Diggs and close as a plus 180 underdog, not even the favorite, to win the AFC East. This is the best team in the AFC East. They've rejiggered things on offense. Dalton Kincaid, as Pete Prisco talked about from camp, is going to have a monster season. I'm going to cash best ball galore when Josh Allen MVP and Dalton Kincaid go ham. Give me the Bills to win the division, easily best bet. Katie and I are even across the board on that. And give me the Bills over 9.5 wins. This is a really good football team, and people are sleeping on the Bills. They want to doubt the Bills, and Buffalo is going to prove them wrong. I think Buffalo might make it to the Super Bowl.
Wow, you guys have been on all 3 of these division winners so far. One more division in the AFC. It's the South. The Texans won it last year, seemingly got better. Who's your winner?
My winner is going to be the Colts on this one. I think that the Texans are likely going to take a little bit of a step back here. I'll get that in my next pick here. But you look at this Colts, they're well coached with Shane Steichen. They were able to do a lot with who? Gardner Minshew last year. Anthony Richardson, before getting injured, looked really, really promising. He's got some solid weapons. They got a pretty good O-line. I think this team's going to surprise a lot of people.
And your win total pick?
Oh, I'm taking the under on the Texans. This is too high. 9.5. Yes, they won 10 last season, but the last time that they were favored this high, the following season, they only had 2 wins. I don't think it's going to go that way. But again, last year, much like the Patriots this year, every game was Sunday at 1 o'clock. Look at all of these primetime games sprinkled in there. Look who they got to see. The Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Ravens. It's going to be tough for them. I'll take them under their win total.
Look, I think it's hard to fade the Texans, but I understand it. And I'm sort of doing it myself because I'm taking the Jaguars to win the division, and I'm going to take the Jaguars over as well. People forget, after week 12 last year, the Jaguars had just beaten the Colts and were 8-3 and were like minus 1,000 to win this division. Jacksonville was on cruise control and completely collapsed in large part due to injuries suffered by Trevor Lawrence. He had 3, they seemed minor during the season, but they were kind of big deals. If you look at the stats, you can actually parse out exactly when the injuries happened and a fall off in his play. He's been healthy throughout his career in Clemson, a great rusher, got the huge new contract. I think he's a sleeper for MVP as well, in that 30-1 range, got 2 juiced up last year. And I think the Jaguars bounce back in a big way. Monster season from Brian Thomas Jr., the explosive rookie out of LSU. Jaguars win the division and go over their win total.
Wow, how about that? Brinson loving the Jags more than the mayor of Jacksonville, Pete Prisco.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys get off on the right foot and it doesn't end up the way it did for old Willie Bear at the Super Bowl with the slime incident.
He had some good moves, though,
He did.
At the end there. I
but
appreciate
now he'll
that.
never be able to move like that again.
Down goes Brinson.